So you're playing fantasy basketball and you're just a little bit over 500. You don't know if you're going to win, if you're going to lose, if you're going to make the playoffs. And you're trying to make calculated decisions. But in order to do that, you need to know where players stand. In this episode, we're going to run down the top 100 fantasy basketball players for ESPN Points Leagues. We believe every NBA fan that plays fantasy football should also play fantasy basketball. So here we are. It is my birthday weekend, getting the episode in a little bit early just so we can get the party going. Last week, people were so excited with the wings, so we had to bring the wings back. This week, we came back with the Asian Zing with the sesame again. We're not playing no games out here, you know what I mean? And we're just going to have a good time. So if you have wings, bring your wings to the party weekly for the live streams, but also for our episodes. And most importantly, make sure you lock in every single week so we can help you win your fantasy basketball league. With that being said, let's jump into the value. We're going to run down the top 100 players, starting from the top with my man, Nikola Jokic. So Nikola Jokic is the number one player in fantasy basketball, and there is a gap between him and the next player, who is Giannis Antetokounmpo. As you can see here, if you're watching our live stream, we have some new tech that we're trying out here just to kind of make the show a little more interesting. But number one is Nikola Jokic. It is not a surprise. On the season, Nikola Jokic is averaging 30.5 points per game, 12.7 assists, 12.7 rebounds, and 9.5 assists. Nikola Jokic is a beast. I just made a couple of deals to get him on some of my dynasty squads. I think this run that he has is going to continue for the next few years. And I think the way his game is built, that this is a sustainable, fantasy production build. It doesn't seem like, he's not Ja Morant, right? He's not like jumping out of the gym doing stuff like that. So I think that he can maintain these type of numbers. Also, he chips in 1.7 steals per game, as you can see here, 1.7 steals per game. And he also is doing a little less than about 0.6 blocks a game. So less than a block a game. So for me, I'm interested in seeing what Nikola Jokic does. I would definitely trade for him in fantasy, and I would recommend you do the same. The next player is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis is my guy. I love me some Giannis. He is number 2 right now, currently averaging 30.7 points per game, 11.6 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. Next up, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is averaging a whopping 31.1 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 6.1 assists. He's also chipping in 2 blocks per game. This is kind of normal in most settings. At the beginning of the season, I was definitely thinking that Luka Doncic would be in this conversation, but I also believed Victor Wembanyama would be in this conversation. And at number 4, we got Victor Wembanyama. Victor is going off right now. Your man had the other day, I think he went for like 8 blocks or something like that. It is crazy, y'all. Otherworldly. We have not seen it like this, and I don't give a shih tzu puppy. I am not trading my Victor Wembanyama anywhere. The only way I would trade Victor is if one of these other guys, Shai, Giannis, or Jokic, were included with the deal. And in those deals, even I would want to win the deal. I'm not trading Victor Wembanyama for nothing. Luka Doncic is number 5. He is currently banged up right now, but Luka is still a good value for fantasy. One of the guys that we were super high on this offseason, Anthony Davis, is actually number 6, and I think he will continue to produce on a high level if he can stay healthy. He's played 29 games, so that's really good, averaging 25.7 points per game, 11.4 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 1.3 steals, and 2.1 blocks. So he's having a great season. Number 7 is Jason Tatum. I did not expect this from Jason Tatum. I didn't think that he would be this good. And I'm really excited to see what he does moving forward. This is something where I feel like we've been waiting for Jason Tatum to really step it up. But in fantasy, he's never quite been a top 10 guy. He's kind of always been on the outside looking in. But this season, we're seeing that come to fruition. So I think it's fair to say that the top is off, boobies is out, hair blowing in the wind. Really quick, I want to talk about Bet Online. Bet Online continues to be the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, Bet Online provides you with the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, the NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC, head to Bet Online today and don't forget to use the promo code BELIEVE for your welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, the game starts here. So we're going to keep pushing through. After Jason Tatum, we had Karl-Anthony Towns. Like, we have had a bunch of misses this year, and we've had a ton of hits. This is probably our biggest hit. If you go back and look at our content over the offseason, you can see that we were super high on Karl-Anthony Towns, who is number 8 here in the top 100 for ESPN rankings for points leagues. And I said, and I'm paraphrasing, but I said something down the lines of, he is going to have a resurgence unlike anything we've ever seen. And on the season, your man is averaging 24.3 points per game, 13.5 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 0.9 steals, and 0.9 blocks. He's having a great season. Number 9 is Domantas Sabonis. Number 10, Cade Cunningham. And number 11, LeBron James. 12, LaMelo Ball. 13, Paolo Banchero. He is banged up right now, but he's holding that spot based on the numbers that he had in the 5 games that he played here. But he'll be back soon. Franz Wagner at 14. Kevin Durant at 15. Damian Lillard at 16, Jalen Johnson at 17, another player we were super high on. Many had concerns about him. They didn't know if he would be able to maintain the type of value that his draft capital would indicate, what you had to spend in the draft. People weren't sure. And I kept saying, the glaze is otherworldly. I believed in Jalen Johnson, and now he is a top 20 player. I think that honestly would warrant an official wing break. So we're going to do a quick wing break because of your man, Jalen Johnson. Oh, baby. We're going to have one of these wings right there. You know what I'm saying? That Asian zing with the sesame. Oh, hold on. Oh, my God. That's so good. Oh. That's good. Oh, my God. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. Okay, let's stay focused. Number 18, Trae. Trae Young. Number 18. Trae Young, that's a bit of a miss for me. I was way higher on Trae than 18, so I hope he bounces back. Tyrese Maxey at 19. De'Aaron Fox, get your coach fired, Fox. De'Aaron, get your coach fired, Fox at 20. Jalen Williams at 21. Vucevic at 22. Steph Curry at 23. How the mighty have fallen. Man, that's a bad look. Alperen Sengun at 24. Tyrese Maxey at 20. Tyrese Halliburton, my apologies, at 25. Jalen Johnson at 26. 27, Booker, who is banged up as well. 28, Kyrie Irving. James Harden at 29. Donovan Mitchell at 30. I was way higher on Donovan Mitchell. I thought that he would be able to kind of replicate some of the success that he had last year, but I think because of the way Cleveland's offense is running right now, that he's just not able to achieve those type of individual stats. At 31, we got Scotty Barnes. At 32, Anthony Edwards, who that's almost like a fall off to me. Like, guys, people were drafting Anthony Edwards in that second round area. For him to be at 32 is a bad look. I don't want to give him, I don't want to go with the dumpster juice, but it's close. 33, Evan Mobley. 34, surprisingly enough, Jaren Jackson Jr. Somebody recently got an offer in our group for Jaren Jackson Jr. for Ja Morant, who just got banged up. I think he has a shoulder injury. Number 35, Tyler Hero. 36, Jaylen Brown. 37, Josh Hart. 38, RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett has been better than this season, but he's starting to stabilize a little bit, and we're kind of seeing the reality of who he is as a player. So for me, like, I'm not so high on RJ Barrett, but it could be kind of an opportunity to bring him on your team for cheaper. If he can kind of get back to the level where he was, it would work out for you. Really quick, if you love this community and you want to invest in what we're building, please consider becoming a paid subscriber. Think of it like treating me to a coffee and bagel once a month. Becoming a paid subscriber will grant you access to our MVP Discord channel, priority DM and email replies, and priority rate my team videos. And most importantly, your support will help us to keep creating content. I'm laughing because my kids are in the background wilding, yo. You are not obligated or expected to pay anything to be a part of this community, but there are expenses associated with running this operation. And your support will help us keep this thing going for years to come. To get started, visit BelieveInFantasy.com, enter your email, and select the level of support that works best for you. So after, I believe we were up to 36. So 36, we got Jaylen Brown. 37, Josh Hart. Oh, no, we were at 38. 38, RJ Barrett. Number 39, Bam Adebayo. Ouch. That is a bad look, Bam. Number 40, we got Jamal Murray. Higher than I expected. 41, Darius Garland. 42, Ja Morant. Man, that's a bad look. 43, Chet Holmgren, who should hopefully be back soon. Jimmy Butler at 44. Derek White at 45. Jakob Poeltl at 46. Pascal Siakam at 47. Zubac at 48. Ingram at 49. He might get traded. DeJounte Murray at 50. Dyson Daniels at 51. I wasn't as high on Dyson Daniels as others, but I definitely was in favor. I did not think he'd be this good. This is crazy. Somebody we were high on, Isaiah Hartenstein at 52. We love to see that. If you drafted him, you probably drafted him when he was injured. If you held, you are reaping the rewards of your patience. Number 53, Zach LaVine. 54, Norman Powell. Number 55, Zion Williamson. That is a bad look. 56, Walker Kessler. That is surprising. Jordan Poole at 57. 58, DeMar DeRozan. 59, Brandon Miller. 60, Fred VanVleet. I would like to see him higher. That's not a good look. CJ McCollum at 61. Then we got Kristaps Porzingis at 62. Joel Embiid at 63. What? That's crazy. Joel Embiid averaging 21 and 7. That is horrible. Man, that's bad. He's only played 9 games, though. But let's see if he can get it together. I don't think he will. John Collins at 64. That's a W. Cameron Johnson at 65. That's a W. Michael Porter Jr. at 66. 67, Trey Murphy III. 68, Jared Allen. I would like to see him higher. 69, Julius Randle. Thought he would be higher. Paul George stinking up the joint. 70, hot dog water with the bratwurst residue. Desmond Bring the Pain Bane at 71. I hope he bounces back. OG at 72. Mikal Bridges at 73. Chris Paul at 74. We are high on Chris Paul. Love that. Bradley Beal at 75. Cam Thomas at 76. DeAndre Ayton at 77. Miles Turner at 78. 79, Austin Reeves. 80, Tyus Jones. Love that. Jeremy Sohan, I should say, at 81. Lauri Markkanen at 82. That stinks. Jalen Suggs at 83. Josh the Giddey at 84. Miles Bridges at 85. Dennis Schroeder at 86. Malik Monk at 87. Santi Aldama at 88. Russell Westbrook at 79. My apologies, at 89. At 89. Did I do all? I'm going to make sure I got those right. So I said 81 Sohan, 82 Markkanen, 83 Suggs, 84 Josh Giddey, 85 Bridges, 86 Schroeder, 87 Monk, 88 Aldama, 89 Westbrook. At 90, Kobe White. At 91, Brook Lopez. Goga Bitadze at 92. He is crushing it with all of the injuries. I think he can maintain that value. 93, Peyton Pritchard might be the waiver wire darling. Andrew Wiggins at 94. Rudy Gobert at 95. Man, Rudy Gobert got dropped in one of my leagues. I picked him up, but I can see why. 96, Bilal Coulibaly. 97, DeAndre Hunter. 98, Tariq Eason, who's banged up. 99, PJ Washington. And rounding out the top 100, Bobby Crazy Eyes Portis. Now that you know the top 100 players for ESPN Points Leagues, check out this episode about why vetoes are ruining your fantasy basketball league. This episode was presented to you by BetOnline.